Gives me great pleasure to welcome Fanchon and Frazer to the Alternative Music Show today. They're here to talk about their music and play us some of their song choices. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello,
Hi.
we're good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. So where are you based currently?
So right now we're in Angel. That's where I live right now. Frazer's a bit further out for now.
Yeah, in good old Slough. I don't know if you know it.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I know it very well. How did you first meet?
So we met at university a few years ago. Yeah.
In Guildford, we're both studying music. Were you studying performance?
Yeah, I was studying history. You want production?
Yeah, I was doing the production course there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we just actually, I think because of your roommate.
Yeah, Oscar, good old Oscar.
Shout out.
Shout out, Oscar.
Okay, brilliant. Now, how does your current setup work then? What do you both do in the band?
So I'm the vocalist and lyricist. Sometimes I'll have some guitar parts, but mostly right now Frazer does all the instrumental stuff.
In terms of recording, when we're playing, I'm playing the guitar, and obviously we have Ewan on bass. Shout out Ewan, and we've got Jacob on drums. Shout out Jacob. But I'm playing guitar.
Okay, perfect. What first got you into listening to music then?
To be honest, I can't remember ever not listening to music. I feel like my family always had music on around the house, so it was just a constant given. Yeah.
Well, yeah, same here really. But like, I wouldn't say my parents were strictly musical, but they were fans of music, definitely. Yeah. And being 2021 around 1990 in South England, got to experience a pretty cool moment in musical history. So they'd always had an emotional connection with music. So I think that was quite evident when I was growing up. How much they cared and enjoyed music was probably passed on in some way like that. Very
often bands and artists say exactly the same thing. I was the same, but music was just playing in my house constantly. Any particular bands or artists that inspired you to want to make music?
I don't know if I should be like embarrassed about this. I guess turning me on to music initially, my dad was a huge Oasis fan, so I was hearing those albums on repeat, and I was very interested in that. It had a bit of attitude. But I do remember one in 11 or 12, my mum gave me the Nirvana compilation CD, the black one with the silver logo on it.
Yeah.
And I stuck that CD player, and I turned it off for about 3 days. Like, that was a crazy light bulb moment for me. So I can pinpoint it to one moment so exactly like that.
Wow, that's incredible. How about you, Fanchon?
I think The Strokes, to be honest, is the band that made me want to make like sound music, rock. Yeah, and then I think when it comes to vocally, like melodic and lyrics, it was probably Taylor Swift. That was like the first artist that I found on my own, not through my parents. I remember finding her on YouTube like before her album was even out in Europe, so I get to gatekeep that. So yeah, a mix of those two.
Right. I know you spent a lot of time travelling during your childhood, Fanchon. Can you tell us where you travelled and how that influenced your musical journey?
Yeah, so I was born in France, and back then I didn't speak English. So it's funny because my first memories of music, I couldn't understand the lyrics. So I think I don't know if I listened a bit differently. And then we moved to England, Netherlands, Poland. I think my favorite music scene was in Poland because there was a lot of bars and venues.
Yeah.
And like people bands would come play, but there wasn't, there wasn't as many people at the shows, so you got to meet pretty much everyone, and it was always like really like small, intimate venues.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Okay, well, you've got 3 songs to play for us tonight, so can you introduce your first song choice for us, please?
Yeah, I think first we picked Unraveling, which is a single that we released in 2020, the first one.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much.
apologized for unraveling when he borrowed my heart to melt it down so he could swallow certain parts. Then he gave it back like returning a rented book. The best pages ripped out and the script misunderstood. I apologized for unraveling like a string of notes, but he loved a character without caring for the plot, and he pulled a string that was otherwise fine, and casually made me a casualty to drink an anecdote like wine. But I'm not bitter, I just age faster. I'm not bitter, I just age fast. I wonder how you can be so wrong about a person. Too much because I think about that often. So how could I be so mistaken? For unraveling and making him up. I wish I hadn't been so intricate when I picked him apart with dangerous imagination and bad luck. He said sorry for cowering when I borrowed his heart, but I'm not. I'm not bitter, I just age fast. I wonder how you can be so wrong about a person. And I know I think too much because I think about that often. So how could I be so mistaken?
Okay, thanks for that song choice. Why did you choose that song?
I picked that one because I think it's the first song I wrote that I was quite proud of. Like that I thought that I had found some sort of original sound and that the lyricism really represented what I was trying to do. So still kind of proud of that one.
Okay. Do you have a creative process you follow when you're writing songs?
Well, I always start with lyrics, actually.
Yeah.
I'm probably the opposite. I always start from an instrumental, or it will often be if I hear a new band or a song from a band that I like, and I get absolutely addicted to that. I like to try and write something in a similar vein. I like to sort of think about the production and the sounds and how they achieve those, and then how that can influence the writing as well. So I definitely come from an instrumental angle when writing.
Yeah. Do you often wake up with a song in your head? I've heard that said many, many times.
No, I really wish. I wish I'd woken up with a crazy idea from a dream or something. But for me, it always feels like I've got to grind it out and play and kind of find it. It's never just there for me. I've got to dig it out.
You're obviously a sound sleeper after a good curry.
What?
Yeah, you could say that. You definitely could say that.
Me too. Okay. How would you describe the music that you typically create?
It was last night. It was described as fierce multiple times.
Fierce, yeah.
Fierce. I don't know if I would say it's fierce. I wouldn't want it to be angry or fierce in that sense.
No, angry is okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess angry is a better word, but fierce seems like a directed attack.
Really?
For me, anyway.
No, I take it as a compliment. No, I think I would describe it as trying to have this cool, balance between something that's a bit more, heavy and dark, but also has, melodic and feminine aspects to it.
It's like a lot of words these days is used in various ways. Doesn't necessarily mean angry and aggressive in the same way, but they're both really good descriptions, and having listened to your music, I'd agree with both as well. What about your approach in the studio? How do you approach studio as opposed to writing?
Because everything we've done has been in effectively my bedroom. It's been such a comfortable environment that the time pressures and the red light fever and things like that really don't exist. So I would say the approach has always been very relaxed and collaborative, and it's not like we're committing to tape or anything. It's all moldable and adjustable. So that gives us a good opportunity to really drill into it and make it how we want to. There's no crazy back pressure. It's kind of just a bit more natural and flowing in that way.
Great to be in a position to be able to do that as well, because obviously your time is your own, isn't it?
Perfect. It's so good. I can't lie.
But you've got lots of studios at your disposal in London, but if you've got your own one, I don't think you can beat that sometimes.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to record in a proper studio at some point, with the whole bands that we mentioned. Just some of the stuff we have coming up is a lot better for that kind of atmosphere. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great to have access to both for different purposes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, can you introduce your second song choice for us tonight, please?
The second song is Gigantic by Pixies.
This I know, his teeth as white as snow. What a gas it was to see him walk her every day into a shady place. The lips she said, hey Polly, 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 let's have a ball. Hey Polly, 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 let's have a ball. Hey Polly, 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 let's have a ball. Gigantic. Gigantic,
Okay, thanks for that one. Why did you choose that particular song?
I chose that particular song because it was kind of that was the moment when I started writing RSM Smile. It really supermassive. I came up with those words because of gigantic. So it feels apt to maybe give an insight to the lineage of the tune.
Okay. Have you done very many live performances, either together or individually?
So we haven't done any yet for this project. We've got our first one coming up. But we both played in other bands.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have been involved in musical projects for quite a while. I don't know if that's fortunate or not, having been in so many bands. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to play around London and sort of around the south of England for a few years with a few different bands, playing a few different types of music. So it's always been very interesting going around and playing.
What's your favourite venues that you've played at?
I have to shout out Dublin Castle because with the last band I was in, we played there like 4 or 5 times, and it always just had like mad vibes, and everyone there was always super into the music. It wasn't a pay and play and leave. Everyone was there to have a good time and listen to the tunes, and that was always a fun environment to be in. Okay.
Do you have any up-and-coming shows that you've got lined up together?
Yeah, we have the next one is April 21st, Amersham On. That's in New Cross.
Okay, and do you have a favourite song that you like to perform?
I think my favourite's got to be one of the new ones that no one's heard yet.
What one? I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a jammer. When that inevitably reaches the public domain, I hope you could enjoy that because I love playing it.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that would be cool to do in the studio, actually.
Definitely.
Yep, that sounds good. What's your proudest accomplishment so far?
For me, I guess it would actually just be this last release. Something about it just felt really cool. Like, finally got the sounds that I think I've been trying to get to for a while.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, just because, one, being able to facilitate that is exciting, and two, being able to do it in our own way, and like I said, doing it from my bedroom and getting it out there, being happy with it, and people enjoying it as well. So all of that wrapped up is very exciting. I'm proud of that.
Definitely. Okay. And any plans you can tell me about that's next for you guys?
More tunes.
Yeah.
More tunes.
Recording and digging. We've got so much material. I think we both write pretty fast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a case of pacing it and just getting it done one at a time.
Sure. Okay. And finally, what interests or hobbies do you have outside of music?
I don't know. Music is like everything I do. Seriously, like Monday through Sunday. Other than like seeing my nan on Sunday for a roast, I don't really do much else.
That's a lie, first of all. Second of all, I think my second biggest thing is probably like reading and writing. But I think that's so linked to music.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to write music if I wasn't reading as much as I do, or like journaling as much, because that's just kind of how songs come together, is these different influences, and then writing pages and then trimming it down to like a few words. So
it's a good one, having a hobby of going to your nan's for Sunday lunch like that. Okay.
I love it.
Okay, brilliant. And can you introduce your final song choice for us tonight, please?
Yeah, so the last one's going to be RSM Smiles, which is the latest single that we talked about.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'd like to thank you both for joining me on the show. Best of luck with the new single.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.